We are live in oh nope, cancel. There we go. There we go. Five, four, three, two, one. What's going on, Murder Yoga Nation? It's your boy C Tech all day with another episode of the Grindin' Jiu Jitsu podcast. And today, episode 17, got a special guest. Give me, babe, your phone. Right in my right in my intro.
Hey, it's beautiful. Love it.
Vanna White left her cell phone at my desk. Episode 17. My special guest today, the guitarist for Heavy Hitters Florida, Dane Randall. What's going on, Dane?
Hanging in, man. How you doing?
Dude, super hype because I don't know what it is, but I've been getting more musicians on the
hmm
pod, which is super sick for me. Former as a former musician, just knowing that we have two things in common: we got jujitsu and we got music. And
Yeah,
correct
man.
me if I'm not. Yeah, guys are more on the hardcore scene, right?
Yeah, it's like down tempo, beat down, hardcore. Yeah,
Dude, I mean, anything with a breakdown, I'm a huge fan. And the
yeah.
funny part is, I was already following your band. When
No.
I went to so my boy goes, yo, my boy Dane does he's a guitarist and he does heavy music and he does jujitsu. I was like, no shit, let me check him out. And then we spoke, and I was like,
Yeah.
yo, why does that name sound so familiar? Go to the gram, and there you are. I was like, shut the fuck up. Okay, I fucks with it. I fucks with it
Yeah.
hard. So Dane, tell us a little bit about yourself. How did you find jujitsu? How long you been doing music? Give us the 411. Us.
Oh man. So I guess we'll start with jujitsu because that's what we're here for, right? I
Pretty much.
started when I was 16, so like 12 years ago. And being like a 16-year-old, I never took it seriously. I never cared. I just, I cleaned the dojo to pay for my like my rent or whatever. So never got any stripes, never applied myself, never cared. I was like, I lied to people. I was like, yeah, I'm a blue belt, blah 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 blah
uh,
blah. Yeah, yeah, I was one of those kids.
I
I
remember
stayed
those
in it for
days, man.
yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
yeah, no, I'm a blue belt. I'm a one stripe
yeah,
white belt. No,
yeah.
I'm a blue belt,
I
man.
didn't
I
even have a
kick your
stripe.
ass.
I didn't even have a stripe. Yeah, it was it's embarrassing to look back at actually. But so I was under Pedro Carvalho,
Okay.
and I don't know if I have. I think I still have the patch from the old D. Give me for 2 seconds. I should have come prepared. It's around
Listen,
here
this is
somewhere.
this is your show, Poppy. I have no problems at all.
As a matter of fact, it is your show. I'm just here, bro.
Okay, touche,
I can't
touche,
I can't
touche.
find it. I can't find it. It's got like a dog like this. It's old. Um it's gonna bother me. Oh, here.
Like a
No,
Carlson
no.
Gracie dog, like the
Look.
bulldog.
Yeah, it was the bulldog. It was the
Yeah.
bulldog, and it was like this. Yeah. So, um, yeah, I gave it up after like 6 months. Uh, never really did anything with it until I think it was 2020 when the pandemic hit. I was going to like early morning prayer meetings at my church at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and a buddy of mine that I used to train with, his name's Juan Vo. He has a school out in Davenport, Iowa, called Kingdom Warriors Jiu Jitsu. Shout out to him. Um, really technical, really good guy. He invited me out to the beach every morning after those prayer meetings, and we would do nogi on the beach. And it was like Navy
Oh
SEAL shit, bro. We were
yes.
like carrying
Oh
logs, we were running down
yes.
the beach,
Oh
grappling,
yes.
just like. And there's a group of like 8 of us. It was just real like team building exercises, and I'm like, man, I miss this. Blah 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 blah. So then he moved to Iowa, starts his school up there, so that dissipated. And then um, my business partner Tyler. So I see you saw my business Instagram for my firearms training company. Um,
Yeah.
Shameless plug. Um, my business partner Tyler, he's like, dude, come to jiu-jitsu with me, blah blah blah. And this was before the business. This is just because his now wife and I are good friends, and then they started dating. So we got along because of guns and stuff. And
Guns bring us together, bro.
hey, I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Gun.
Stay strapped or get clapped.
Yeah, exactly. Always watch your back. Always stay strapped. This is
Yep.
Florida, at its fullest. Okay, I'm from New
Yeah.
York, so we like only
Yeah.
hood
You got
dudes always have guns. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? But over here, anybody can have one.
Everybody, bro.
Every single
I got
person can
I
have
got
one.
one, two, three. I got like five of them right next to me.
I,
But
I'm still I, I'm still adjusting. I'm still adjusting. I
yeah,
haven't bought
of
my
course.
first one yet. You know what I
We'll
mean?
get you
But
there, Poppy. Don't worry.
I just want a nice 22, and I'll be
Hmm.
good. Oh, good.
Yeah,
I'll be
yeah.
good.
22 does just enough.
Just
Um,
enough.
so my buddy Tyler's like, dude, you should get into jujitsu with me. And I was like, well, matter of fact, I used to do that. And but I was like, no, I sucked. I never submitted anybody. Like, it's not for me. Jujitsu doesn't work. Blah 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 blah. And he was like, just come to a class. And I was like, fine. So I get to this class, and my now coach Alessandro Guerrero, he got his black belt from Renato Tavares, and
Okay.
who is Carlson Gracie, whatever, the lineage, I guess, because apparently that
Yep.
matters. Um,
Yeah.
and I just fell in love with it again. I was just like, I think I got a couple submissions that day in like my first class, and I was like, hold on a second, wait a minute, I can do this.
And what
I was
school?
like,
What
I was
school?
like, indoor martial arts.
In
So,
or indoor. Okay,
yeah,
I
yeah,
know it.
indoor
I know.
martial
Yep.
arts. Yep,
Got
yep,
it.
yeah. So, uh, Coach Alessandro is he's great with the kids for the kids classes. Super funny. He loves metal. Um,
Oh, oh,
super crazy.
yes.
Just
Yes.
yeah, yeah. He's just super good black belt, first degree. Makes me feel like a rag doll when we roll. Uh, I just fell in love with the atmosphere of this gym, and then coach, he feels like my drunk uncle that I never had. He's not a drunk, but like
Yeah,
that's the
yeah, yeah,
vibe.
yeah. No,
He's
I know what
yeah,
you
yeah,
mean. Like
yeah,
the
yeah,
cool uncle, the cool. Hey,
yeah.
you want to taste this
My
beer? Go ahead.
Brazilian. Yeah,
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 yeah. You want
exactly.
to
Yeah,
taste this beer? Go ahead, take a sip. It's all right. Nobody's
yeah.
looking.
And he's Brazilian, so it's how crazy they get.
Porra.
Oh, he cusses at me in Portuguese, and I cuss back.
No, but
Pardon me.
that's super sick. That's super sick. And just to piggyback off what
Yeah,
so you said you started jujitsu for 6 months and then you dropped it. Why did you drop it?
pardon me. I was like, when I was younger and 16 and stuff, I kind of I used it as like a virtue signal, right? It was like, oh, I do jujitsu, like I'm a tough guy, you know. Um, and I wanted to, I just never saw any results because as a kid, I always wanted to see like instant gratification and just all
Yeah.
these, And when I was always getting tapped out, I was always getting smashed. Luckily, like it was weird because I would always survive. Like I was always good at surviving, like getting out of like chokeholds and stuff like that, which I see now. I was like, oh, well, I was actually kind of good at that. Um, so it just kind of like, uh, what's the word? Yeah, it'll come to me. It was like
Something.
degrading. Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah.
was like it was just like I felt like I sucked. I felt like I sucked, and I didn't want to continue to do it because I don't like sucking at things. I'm a perfectionist. I have to do things good, or I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It's easy. Jiu-jitsu is easy to let go.
oh,
And
exactly, exactly.
there's a saying that everybody should know jiu-jitsu, which is true. Everybody should know, but not everybody is built for
For
jiu-jitsu.
it,
I
nope,
will say
nope.
that. If you
Jujitsu is built
can't,
for everybody,
yes.
but everybody's not built for jujitsu.
Let's
Exactly.
do that one. Let's do
Another
that one
one.
again.
Another one.
Another- Where's Funk Flex?
Uh, uh, it's
No,
accurate.
no, that's
Yeah,
100% accurate.
yeah,
Like for
yeah,
real, jiu-jitsu's built for everybody, but not everybody's built for jiu-jitsu. And I think it's more of you have to be just a little glutton for punishment. You know what I'm saying? Like just a tad. There is at
yeah,
least a little
yeah,
bit in your body
yeah.
where it's like this fucking sucks.
But it's
But
so good.
if
It
but
sucks
it's
so good.
so good. It sucks so good. And then you
Hmm.
just get used to it. You just get used to the suck.
Yeah.
Embrace the suck. I see a lot of black belts saying embrace the
Yep.
suck. It's
Yep.
100% true. It's 100%. Yo,
Yeah.
this is so sick. So heavy hitter. So how long you been
Hmm.
with the heavy hitters crew?
So HeavyHitter, I'm actually one of the
HeavyHitter.
original founding members.
A.
Me and the vocalist are the only two originals, the OGs left.
A.
Hey, shut up. This is our hat. So
Oh, that's sick. I need one.
yeah. I think we have some left. I'll make sure I save one for you. Yeah, I've been doing it for like 7 years now, and man, it's been a grudging 7 years, bro. It's like we only just started popping off like the last year and a half, if that. After our release Wall of Wax, that just blew the fuck up.
Wall of wax.
Yeah, that was like our flagship to getting our names out there and stuff. Beforehand we were still pretty popular. It was just like we were at like 7,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Now we're at 46,000.
Fuck
And I'm
yeah.
just like I'm like
Why did
I have
it take 7 years?
not even that. Dude, I play five frets on the guitar. Like that's it. Like I'm not like, Matt Heafy from Trivium who's
Yeah.
like shredding,
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah. You're not
beat the
toasting a
shit out of your
bossy,
friends.
just fucking
Good.
getting so
Bro,
intricate. You're just
dude, I wish I was. But I don't at the same time because I love that caveman shit, baby.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude,
That
like
that
it's
that
it
beat, that chest beater. You know what I'm saying? Like
mm-hmm.
that one. eh,
Yep.
I love. I'm a sucker for a two step. You know what I'm saying? Like if you could give me a two step into the nastiest
Yep.
breakdown, like it's jizz all over the place. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? It's just that that's what I look for. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And
Yep. Two
even
steps and
though I'm
breakdowns.
two steps in break. I'm not a big so I'm not a fan of New York hardcore. So
Oh
in
no, yeah, I
New
get that.
York hardcore, yeah, like it's just so all over the place that I could never get it. But then
Mm-hmm.
like I got introduced to like Code Orange, and I
Yep.
was like,
Yep. Fire.
okay, I fucking fucks with this. And then I was
Mm-hmm.
like, but what's a little bit
Tsunami.
soft, so yeah, Tsunami or a little bit softer, but Ghost Inside. You know what I mean? With a
I
lot
love
of
Ghost
two step.
Inside. Yep.
You know what
Yep.
I mean? A lot of two steps, but
Yep.
it's still melodic enough to like draw you in with the instruments. And I'm
Like a
like,
little bit of
I could,
metalcore.
yes,
Yeah.
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 I'm more on the metal because I like screams where you can really elongate the scream.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like that freaking
Yep.
just
Yep.
protrude.
Yep.
I want it to reach the end of the fucking crowd so then everybody's like,
Mm-hmm.
oh shit, that's my shit. But
Hey, he's got some pipes.
yeah, this guy fucked,
Uh-huh.
But so so for about a year and a half, you guys are starting to pop off. So like, so it took seven, basically 6.5 years to start popping off. Like, do you feel like do your struggles in jujitsu kind of help you endure the struggle of musicianship and
Uh,
being with a band and
Jiu-jitsu helps me endure every struggle of life. It's, I was just talking to this about to someone about this, and I can't remember who it was.
it was me in a dream.
Oh, hey, preach. No, I was just saying how jujitsu is therapy in a sense. Like
Yeah.
when I'm rolling, man, there's nothing else. There's, I may be thinking about like the moves, and I'm like fuck, but it's therapy. Like I'll sit there and I'll close my eyes and roll just because I like it,
As
and I
sick
feel
as it
like
sounds,
Daredevil.
as sick as it sounds, it's a cage because when you're on the
Mm-hmm.
mats, you're there. So it's like everything is confined,
Yep.
but it's really a release because it's like nothing else matters. Just
Exactly. I'm not thinking about,
nothing.
what this girl said, or I'm not thinking about, my bills, or, if I'm going to be able to afford rent, or, whatever the stipulation is, right? And I think Hickson Gracie really explained it well, how he would roll himself in the carpet and then sit there and like to get over the claustrophobia of jiu-jitsu and like the breathing and all that, and he really nailed that. I'm not rolling myself in the carpet, fuck that, but I'm applying I'm
Fucking
applying
Dexter and shit.
yeah, weird shit. But I'm going to apply his knowledge and and apply it to myself on the mat, and it's like I'm so calm when I'm rolling, unless it's like some fucking crazy spazzy white belt who's got an ego problem. Then I'm like, all right, bet, let's go. Like,
And
you
how
know,
long you been a blue belt, right? You're a blue belt, purple belt,
yeah, I'm a 3-stripe blue belt.
three stripe blue.
So I was started no stripes at indoor, and then my coach Alessandro recognized that I trained before, and I got my blue belt in 10 months.
Hey,
Because I just hit it hard. I'm like what's the word? I'm going between like 3 and 5 times a week. That's like my ratio of training, because of work schedule and stuff.
oh, so you're in the
And then
trenches. I love it. I love it.
yeah, like I said, I got bit. You know, I started subbing people out, and I'm like, oh shit, I got to get good at this. Like this is it. This is the tits. Let's go. So yeah, I fell in love again. I do sometimes I'll even do 2 classes a night, gi and then no gi. So yeah, 10 months for white belt, and then September 24th was my first full year as a blue belt.
Okay.
So I've been training 2 years.
Shit. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's
Consistently training, because I don't consider that first 6 months anything.
because you
I
got to get
consider it
back
me.
into it. You got to get the
Yeah,
cardio
exactly.
back. You got
Yeah.
to get the fight or flight out of the
Yep.
system. And
Yeah.
no, I completely get it. Any competitions within this time?
2 competitions. So my first competition was Tap Cancer Out in
Okay,
Lakeland.
nice,
Um, I took silver. First
beautiful.
guy I fought, just average Joe, I guess. I don't know. He wasn't bad, but he wasn't great. The second guy I fought for the finals match was a fucking monster. He was like a D1 wrestler and like built like a brick shit house. And it was just I, I I don't know what the move was called, but like his match was before mine. So I watched him fight, and he just like neck snapped this guy straight to the floor, and he like dropped his whole body and like belly flopped on the mat, but like snapped the guy down. And I look at him, I'm like, oh shit.
Different breed,
Yeah,
different breed.
yes. So I knew what I was getting into when I won against my match. And I'm like, fuck, I have to roll with this meathead. And I tried, but I was happy with silver. If anything, I'm like, I'm happy with silver. If I don't have to fight this guy, fine. Which is probably not the best mentality for competition, but whatever.
No, but
Um,
when you know, you know. When you know you're
yeah,
outmatched, then
yeah,
in your head it's a different thing. It's like, okay,
yeah,
I know I'm probably gonna lose this, but how am I gonna lose it?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
he just out wrestled me. Which is fine because I play guard anyways. Whatever, hate me, I don't care.
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna berimbolo into a heel hook.
I'm a 10
Um,
planet guy, so I'll
yeah,
pull guard
exactly.
and rubber guard people. So it is
Yeah,
what it is. Like,
yeah.
no, that's
Um,
awesome.
then my second competition was I didn't really want to go to my second competition because I had just gotten my blue belt, and I know that the skill jump from white to blue in competition is insane. And it was actually the day before my birthday. It was a new breed competition, and I got smoked. I got steamrolled, uh, gi and no gi. Pardon me. Um, and I'm trying to remember. 3 guys in gi and then 4 guys in no gi. I didn't place in no gi. I came in third out of 3 in gi, so I still got a bronze medal,
Yeah.
but I lost every match. I felt like shit. I didn't sleep the night before. I didn't eat. I was just like, you know, it was terrible. I'm probably going to compete again at blue. I just don't know when. I'm not like, oh yeah, compete, compete, compete. I like competing. Is it like necessary for me? Not really. I just don't give a shit, really. Like it's like the medals are nice, but
Yeah, yeah. It's not your number one
yeah,
priority. It's
yeah,
not your number
yeah,
one priority in jiu-jitsu. No, I
yeah,
completely get
yeah.
it. No, I completely get it.
Like
And
if I was like BJ Penn, 3-year black belt level of good, then fuck yeah, dude. I'm smashing everybody at the competition, but I'm not that. I have a lot of work to do, but you know, comes with being the hammer and being the nail, right?
Yep. No, definitely. Sorry, my beautiful Vanna White came and distracted me,
No
and
worries.
now I
If
know
I
why.
if I had a wife, I would probably be distracted too. But all I have is my guns and my dog. So
Hey, you know what? Speaking of guns, real quick. Before I
mhm,
forget. So my father, Florida passed new laws.
mhm,
I'm not gonna get political at all because I don't give a fuck.
yeah,
But Florida passed a new law that you no longer need a carry permit to
right.
carry wherever.
Mhm.
But my father-in-law is adamant to getting a carries permit.
So I still would, um,
Yeah.
just for the fact, one, you still have like, so when you buy a firearm at a FFL, you're gonna have that wait time. You're gonna have to wait 3 days to before you can pick it up. Or if it's on the weekend, you have to wait until that weekend's over and then the 3 days. So sometimes a
Okay.
full week.
Okay.
You still are able to skip that wait time when you have the permit because you could walk out same day with it, pending if the background check comes in relatively quickly. And then if you're going to a different state that doesn't have the permitless carry, so but it also has reciprocity with Florida. So I have a Florida permit, carry permit, and something like 40 something states has reciprocity with Florida, which means they recognize my permit in their state. So I'm allowed to conceal carry in those states because I have the Florida permit. So I wouldn't be able to if they didn't have the permitless carry option, right? So it's still a good
Got
idea to
you.
get it if you're traveling or stuff like that.
Does your business help with that?
We don't do concealed carry like certificates for the permit.
Right.
We just do the training. So we train
Okay.
a lot of instead of the waist full pistol, blah blah blah.
Then you know what? We're definitely gonna holler at that off site because
Hey,
my father-in-law is adamant about getting it with us, both
mm-hmm,
of us. So I'm
mm-hmm,
like, I gotta get into it anyway because gun safety
yeah.
is the best safety. I'd
Well,
rather have
and
it
like
and not need it and not than need it and not
need
have
and
it.
have yeah yeah.
You
I'd
know?
rather be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
right.
I like that.
Um,
Dropping bars.
fuck, what was I gonna say?
Fuck, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I have really bad like ADD, so I'm like, ugh.
I was gonna say
Um,
I have that effect on people.
having like I always recommend having the permit because when you show up your concealed carry, like whenever I get pulled over, because I'm always carrying 24/7, unless I'm like going to the fucking a government building or a
Yeah,
school or this,
yeah,
that, or the
yeah.
other thing. Um, whenever I get pulled over, I hand my license and my concealed carry permit. I say, officer, I have a firearm on me, blah blah blah, and they usually let me go. They're like, dude, appreciate you, get out of here. Um, it also is like physical proof of a background check. So it's like if you get a concealed carry permit, you've been background checked from the feds. So 9 times out of 10, you're not a
You're not a
criminal,
criminal. I didn't think
right?
of that. Holy shit.
Right? Yeah.
Dog,
Nine
the
times out
New
of
Yorker
10.
in me is like, holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I never thought
So I
of it
mean,
like
yeah,
that.
I definitely recommend it. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy,
Yeah, no,
but
then we're definitely gonna do that. How long you been doing that? Your side business?
just about a year.
Okay,
It's still,
so it's
yeah, it's still,
pretty new business.
hmm hmm
Oh no,
very
that's
new.
super lit.
Yeah, we just did a big shooter symposium with Team Anvil and FAFO Solutions. Shout out to them. Um, great guys, great time. Got to shoot full auto. Got to shoot with night vision. Just really cool shit. There's like drones and yeah,
Oh, that's
firearms are the
super
best.
lit. We
Yeah.
might we might we might have to have a new sponsor on the no, I'm just
Hey.
so, so Wall of Wax. So when
hmm
did y'all release Wall of Wax?
Oh shit. Oh my,
You,
I'm using my phone. um, 6 months
was it
ago,
okay, so it was
maybe
this year. It was this
something
year?
like yeah, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. This
Okay.
year. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, hey,
So this year,
we're sitting on something. So December 1st, be ready for that.
was that the single or was that the album?
Single. Album
Single.
was released the EP was released. Oh fuck. A year
2023?
ago?
A year ago? Okay.
Yeah. 2021, 22, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
I forget.
So since Wall of Wax started propelling you, any
Mm-hmm.
tours that came up from that track, like any tours like just came
Uh,
up, or any shows that like now you're starting to get looked at, like, yo, you know what? You would be fucking super sick for this card.
I mean, I think even before Wall of Wax, we've been looked at a lot. Like we've opened for Body Snatcher. We've played with Body Snatcher 4 or 5 times with Boundaries. We've played with Slaughter to Prevail, Falsifier, Filth, uh, Ingested, Visceral Disgorge, Weeping Wound, Salt Wound. So just all of these huge bands we've opened for, we've played with. We toured with Them Fighting Words in February. We have a tour at the end of the month with Backslide, and we're going to Alabama, 2 dates in Texas and Mississippi. We have a April tour with Filth.
Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're the
yeah.
homies. We love Filth. They're the homies.
Where are they from?
North Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's lit. That's super lit.
Yeah. We love them. Even the Falsifier boys, like they're from. I don't remember how far away from me, but because I'm Canadian, right? So,
What?
yeah, born and raised Canadian.
What
I
you
got my
talking
green
about,
card.
eh?
Fucking right, bud. Yeah. Yeah, the Falsifier boys are great.
So
Yeah.
when did you come here?
I've been here 17 years, 18 years,
Oh,
something like that.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
I'm
Florida was your first
adopted.
stop?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, my mom got remarried to my stepdad, who was in West Palm at the time, and then yada yada yada. Here I am.
Okay. Yo,
Yeah.
that's super late. We gotta
Yeah.
link up to train, first of all.
Dude, I'm
Uh
bro, and we're gonna have to. We're wearing a New York hat. Go Red Sox.
you've heard it right here, right now on the
Yeah,
Grind and
go
Jiu-Jitsu
Bruins.
podcast. He totally disrespected my New York heritage, with the rivals of Boston. You know what's fucking crazy about this whole Boston shit? And it's totally off track, but my neighbor is from Boston, and
Mm-hmm.
he was talking so much shit. And as the New Yorker in me, I'm like, you could talk all the shit you want,
Mm-hmm.
but the Yankees fucking own ya. And I don't care who,
Sure.
what, where, when, how. Derek Jeter is in your dreams. Oh, that's what I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna say, and now we're gonna do jujitsu, and
Where
then
is he still playing?
no, he's done.
All right then.
It's okay.
Just like how we lost Big Poppy, you lost Jeter.
Hey, Poppy, stop. You could have said Manny
Bro,
Ramirez. You could have
that man
you
got
could have said
shot
so
and he
many
survived. I
people.
don't want to hear it.
Whatever. This podcast. Thank you for coming to the Grinder Jiu Jitsu podcast. Please like.
Put him in a coffin.
No. But we're definitely, so I teach the 6 a.m.s at Cogito, which is the
Okay.
Lake Mary, Sanford area, a little
That's
bit
still
more
like
up north.
Orlando, right?
Yeah, like North Orlando. Like
Okay.
we're like Volusia. We're like touching
Okay,
Volusia
Volusia
County.
County. Yeah.
Yeah, we're touching. Where you at right now?
Port St. Lucie.
Oh no, you're a little deepy. Yeah, you're deepy. You're definitely
Yeah.
more south. So you're like 2.5 hours away.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
but if you do come up towards the Orlando area, I will
Mm-hmm.
say this. If you come on a Sunday, you get to experience the biggest, hardest open mat in all of Orlando. Um,
Oh.
yeah, our Sunday open mats is one legendary, and two will have the most black belts and no-gi on the mats at all times. It's 2 hours from 12 to 2, 5-minute rounds, no rest rounds, and you must start on your feet.
Damn.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's hardcore. It's hardcore.
Yeah. Wow.
Have people vomited? Yes. Have people gotten hurt?
Mm.
Sometimes.
It's jujitsu. Everyone gets hurt at one point.
Yeah. But do you get the best training for competition or just to test yourself? Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
it's the place to go. It's the place to
Yeah.
go. I just
Well, I
was
mean,
at
like I practice in Orlando, so whenever like, so that's why I went to FRBJJ last night.
yeah, Fabine's.
I would, yeah, Fabine's. I went to practice, and I was like, "All right, guys, I'm going to jiu-jitsu." And they're like, "You're training up here?" And I was like, "Yep."
So you
So
drive 2 hours?
Noel, yeah, to practice, yeah,
What?
yeah,
Yo, that's fun. That's dedication. Hold on. So you said you do 2 a days. Time out. So you drive 4 hours? Like
2 a days. What do you
back.
mean?
Oh, because I thought you say sometimes you train twice a day.
Yeah, this was my first time at Fabine's,
Oh,
and like, no,
okay.
I just went there because Noel invited me because I
Okay.
met Noel at a Lelio Code event because my business partner Tyler was doing one of those super fight things, and he was like, "Yo, come up to Orlando and train." I was like, "Well, I practice in Orlando, so I may as well stop
Yeah.
in after practice and get some rolls in before I go home." So
Tyler, what?
Tyler, my business partner,
Yeah. What's his last name?
Forsyth,
Okay. Because I know a few
yeah,
Tylers in the jiu-jitsu scene. So I was like,
he
yo, I
um
wonder.
he faced a 10th planet guy named Evan, and he was a real tall, lanky kid. It was Lelio Code in like a few months
Is that
ago.
ATT guy?
No, he was it ATT? I think so. Blue belt, real lanky, real skinny, lanky kid, and they did big leg entanglements, and Tyler eventually lost to like a Barada Plata.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
At least
yeah,
it was something out of the box. That's cool.
yeah.
All right.
I
No, so
mean,
that's cool that you and your business partner do jujitsu, but also run
the firearms
firearms,
company.
yeah,
Yeah,
firearms
yeah,
company. That's
yeah.
super sick. And to
Well, go ahead.
no, go ahead. I
Well, we're gonna start like incorporating jujitsu with our firearms training, so like weapons retention, stuff like that. At that shooter symposium we did with the full auto MP5 and the night vision stuff, we actually taught a segment. We basically made like a big circle, like a sumo circle, and it was just so we were full kit. We had guns on us and everything, like holsters and belts, and no plate carriers. And we were like trying to like you had to like collar tie with people and get underhooks and stuff, and then push the other person out of the circle for a minute straight. And then once the beep went off, you went and ran online and shot 4 times at the target. So you got this adrenaline of like collar tying and swimming for underhooks, hand fighting, this, that, and the other thing. We didn't go for each other's weapons because that's not a very safe thing to do.
and that's
Um,
step two.
yeah, that is step two. But we're gonna once we have our like we're gonna use like airsoft
Yeah,
firearms
yeah,
to
yeah.
in place of.
Heck yeah.
So once we get all that figured out, then we'll go to step two of actually reaching for the firearm and trying to retain that. But dude, it was super sick. All the guys that went there don't really train jujitsu except for I think one or two. I think Emmett did from Team Manville. But they all loved it. It was just a sick time. We're gonna be posting that combatives video soon on our YouTube. I don't know
Shit,
when,
now
but
I know
soon.
whenever I go to a heavy hitter show, I'm 100% gonna be chilling next to you, having my drink, pinky out.
You're gonna be safe.
Oh, you starting shit? Yo, Dane, papi, ven aquí, come here, come here.
Orale.
Ven aquí, come here, come here. No, that's and okay. So I mean, so since you've been on the road for a while, touring, going out, have you
Mhm.
ever needed to use jujitsu, like to,
Um,
allegedly, did you ever need to use jujitsu?
no, not on the road. So, I'm a bartender, like for my main job right now. And but before I was full time bartender, I was the head bouncer at the bar that I work at. And Tyler actually works as my bouncer now. He started when I was still a bouncer, so we worked security together. And then one of the bartenders got fired, and I replaced him because I'm a better bartender. But I
My man.
digress. There was a time where I had to use jujitsu when I was actually, no, I wasn't bouncing that night. I was bartending. So these two guys are talking to these two females, cuties too, sitting at my bar, and I'm bartending, macking it up with these girls. And I was like, lean in. I was like, hey, like, do you need me to be your boyfriend for the night? Because this guy's,
Being
he's a
extra.
little too
Yeah.
much. Yeah. And she's like, no, no big deal. We're actually having a good conversation. Cool, whatever. And then the girls were like, they talked for like 2 hours probably. These guys are buying them drinks. Fine, girl, get your bag, get your free drinks.
Yeah.
By all
Yeah.
means.
Yeah. Playing the game. She playing the game.
Exactly. And the guy keeps talking or whatever, and they finally had enough, and they're like, all right, good night. And I look at him, and he keeps talking. I said, hey, she said good night. That means that you're done. Like, you're done talking. And they're like, oh, whatever. So at the time, the bouncer that was working, his name was George. And this motherfucker dude is yoked, like he's a strongman competitor. This dude, like,
No
stacked,
neck. No neck.
no neck, stacked. Like, the yoke thing where it's like the
Where the traps look like they're waving high.
yeah, exactly. He did like he squatted like 900 pounds or something.
Oh my
Like
God.
this dude's an absolute menace. I'm like, hey George, come here. So he takes him out, and there's this hallway that leads. It's called the breezeway, and everyone thinks that it's not our property, but it technically is our property until you get to the sidewalk. So he takes him out here, and I'm like polishing a glass, right? And I'm like watching
Polish
through
that
the
glass.
window.
Keep polishing that glass real quick. Keep going.
No, I ain't stupid. I ain't stupid. Polishing the glass over here, just like this. I come on, dog. I got you.
Musician shit. Go ahead. So you're polishing the
Yeah.
glass.
And I see the guy turn around, and I'm like, oh fuck, I know what that means. So I get from behind the bar, and I start walking. I was like, move, and I see him try to tackle George, and George just picks him up and boom, slams him on the ground. And this guy's an former Marine, because there's no such thing as an ex-Marine,
Oh
right?
my God.
And this dude literally turns into a toddler, kicking his feet, flailing like on his back, literally trying to kick us from bottom. And I'm like, bro, all right, bet. Like, you're on the ground, let's go.
Yeah, you're in my
And
territory now.
so this is when maybe a couple weeks after it, I just got promoted to blue belt. Maybe I had one stripe at the time. I can't remember the exact timing. And there was like someone who didn't work at the bar was like getting into it, and I tapped him. I said, hey, like, I work here, like, back off, let me handle it. And I grabbed his legs, shot them to the side, and boom, straight to knee on belly. And the second I went knee on belly, he stopped moving. Like, I put the pressure on him. I'm like, are you done? So he starts swiping up at me and pops three of my, because I'm wearing a button down. He pops three of my buttons.
Oh,
And
he fucks up your clothes.
I'm like, oh. And then he tried to punch me. So I just straight from top, I just gave him a 3-piece. No fries, feel me? And he'd stopped, and then my bar back comes and he pulls me off of him. But I'll tell you, in that moment where I was knee on belly was the most clear I've ever been in, like, an altercation, because I haven't been in many, but I saw the roadmap. Like, I literally thought to myself, well, I'm knee on belly on this guy. I'm like, this is jujitsu. Like, I'm in control. If he moves to his right, I'm going for the arm, or for his back. If he moves this way, I'm going for an arm bar. If he goes this way, I'm going to choke him out. And I'm just sitting there thinking that. I'm like, okay, cool. Now my chest hair's hanging out like I'm on Miami Vice with my, I'm like, I gotta get a new shirt. Pissed
Now,
off.
now this is actually a good little segue. So
Mm.
you're basically, it's a bar fight, right?
Yep.
The guy is
Yep.
flailing his legs. You get on knee on belly, but here's a lot of the skeptics of jujitsu goes, but you guys train with no punches. You don't get punches thrown at you. You guys are
Mm-hmm.
just doing jujitsu. You guys are just doing grappling. But now you're in a position where now there is punches getting thrown at you. Now
Yep.
there is extra things to like worry about. and you still had the composure. Like, now take us in the view of you have the position, now the punches come at you. What was your mindset right there, right then and there?
Oh, just green light. I mean, he's swinging on me, so I'm gonna swing back. And I didn't have to, like, I'm in such an advantageous position. I don't have to ground and pound him. He's some drunk dude at the bar. Like, I'm not gonna ruin this guy's life and fucking curb stomp him. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
because I don't drink, right? It's not my thing, whatever. And I just want this guy out of my bar and stop harassing my customers and trying to beat up my fucking gigantic ogre of a bouncer. And it's like, he didn't want to listen. And his buddy's like, hey, man, like, stop. He's a good guy. Da, 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 da. And he almost got lit up because one of my other friends was like, yo, you get away from him. Like, let them do their job. Because if he got in the mix, he was getting smoked. But he
Yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
So he was the smarter of the two drunks.
I think that's the beauty of jujitsu. It's like we
Oh,
don't like to fight, and I've seen myself in a few predicaments where I could have intervened, but
mm-hmm.
I'm like, am I really gonna put myself in a position where I don't know how many people this person's with? It was at
Yep.
SeaWorld. It was
Yep.
at SeaWorld, right? So we're at SeaWorld.
Oh, you were seeing my ex-girlfriend. Shamu, baby.
Be
Yeah.
Willie. So we're at SeaWorld, and this so it started to rain, pouring
Mm-hmm.
rain, right? So now everybody's not panicking, but everybody's trying to leave the park as fast as possible, right? I have my no I went to go use the restroom. I come back, my wife is waiting for me at the lockers where we have our shit. So we pick up our shit, and she goes ahead with my little one, and I'm with my oldest. He's about 14. My youngest is about 7. So he's a little slower than, of course, us with longer legs. And he's falling behind a little bit.
Yeah.
And I guess the people behind my wife didn't know that I was with her because I'm with
Mm-hmm.
my oldest son. And I'm behind. So I'm looking at this person behind my wife. And then I'm seeing my wife in front of them, and they're cursing my wife out, but they're not saying it loud enough that my wife can hear it,
Mm-hmm.
but I can hear it. So now it's like, do I start shit right now? Or do I let it play out and it's gonna be the illest sneak attack that they will ever see in their life? Because like in my head, like no, like put it into perspective, right? It's your
Yeah.
family, right? It's your
Yeah. Yeah.
family. They're cursing.
Yeah.
I can start popping off now, and now we get into the altercation. Now they know that I'm with them. Now they're more prepared than than they
Yeah.
were 5 seconds ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or do I wait to see if they're really honestly gonna really start pressing my family?
Mm.
Where now in my head it's like, yo, this would be the illest rear naked choke that I will ever pull off in fucking
But here's the
public.
thing. Is it the illest because that person doesn't have any training?
Yeah,
See, when I think of the illest, like, rear naked choke, because when I think ill, I think good. Like, it's oh
yeah,
shit, that shit was ill. That
yeah,
shit was good. I'm
yeah.
thinking rear naked choking Gordon Ryan. Like, that would be ill because no one's ever done it. You
No,
feel
that's
me?
historic. No, that's historic.
Right? Right. But just rear naked choking someone who doesn't train, it's like that's easy.
I
Like,
rare naked
not to
choking
downplay.
someone who deserves it
Oh,
is
100%.
ill. Is
100%, they
ill.
deserve it. Yeah.
If
And
they
not to
deserve
downplay
it,
your
it's ill.
situation either.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, no,
Yeah.
no, 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 no. But I'm saying like they're gonna start shit, and little do they know they have a fucking 11-year
Yeah.
jujitsu practitioner behind
Behind
them
them. Yeah.
the whole time.
Just like the Jaws music starts playing.
Yeah,
Da-dum,
yeah.
da-dum,
You know,
da-dum, 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 da-dum. Yeah.
nothing
And you're at
happened.
SeaWorld. Yeah.
And I'm at SeaWorld. I'm definitely gonna, if it happens, I'm probably gonna get arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I don't even know who's with them. So it has to be
Mm-hmm.
fast. It has
Mm-hmm.
to be, I gotta take you out, 3 seconds, choke out, keep it moving, let's get to the car. You know what I'm saying? Like it
yeah,
has to be. There's no
yeah.
waiting, neon belly, because I'm gonna get a glass in the back of my head. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
But it's just
Yeah.
crazy. Like just in the mindset of just having it. Once again, it's better to have it and not
And
use
not
it.
need it. Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Then need it and not have it. Yeah.
It's just absolute insanity. So I made this podcast in the minds of a competitor. Uh
Hmm.
and I like to talk about the highs and the lows of jiu-jitsu. So
Yeah.
far in your training history, your training career, your jiu-jitsu career, what would you say is your highest moment in the sport?
Um.
Got him.
Yeah. I mean, I have one, but I don't. I guess tapping out a black belt when I was a white belt. Um. It was. I'm not going to mention who it was. I'm not trying
Of
to
course.
be like,
Of
oh yeah,
course.
whatever.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Um. But I'd thrown up a triangle. They were defending it, and I just took the arm and whap, armbar from triangle. Because I'm 6'4" and I'm 200, so I like.
Motherfucker. What's up with you guys? You know what? You guys deserve to fucking go to a different place of jiu-jitsu hell. That's what I'm saying.
One that we can fit in.
Yeah. No, it's hell. It's gonna be a fucking cube.
Smaller, yeah. Shit, you're right. But to this day, he says he was just letting me work, and so I take it with a grain of salt, but that's
But
definitely like
that's
my
still a
best
high.
moment.
But yeah,
Yeah, it's
no,
still I'm
definitely.
like yeah, woo, wah, and I was like, oh yeah, woo,
Oh,
yes.
oh, oh, paro,
uh,
paro.
yeah. Ever since then, he's smashed the fuck out of me every single time. So he's
And
one of those hand traps guy. He's one of
Hey,
those
but
guys.
that's the kind of the sweetest part because it's like you just fucked up. You know what I mean? Because
Hmm. Yep.
yes,
Yep.
you got the sub. Yes, it was a black belt, but now you got to pay the consequences because now he
He's
will
gonna shit
never
on me.
let you. Yeah,
Yeah.
he will never
Yeah.
let you get there
Not an
again.
inch. Never.
Not an inch. Not an inch. That's how I feel about
Yeah.
fucking
So.
Matt Ferriola. Matt Ferriola, I'm
Mhm.
giving you another shout out. And also Jason. And now Sean. They're the one, like, if I get them in a really bad position and I'm like really getting in there and I'm getting close to the sub, if they get out, it's pressure that it's undescribable. Like it,
Hmm.
they want to tap me with just pressure. And
Hmm.
even
Mother's milk.
doing this even doing this as long as I have, there's some people who know how to put a mean fucking smash on you that's just
Yeah.
different. Thiago Dominguez, you ever heard of Thiago Dominguez? He runs
I don't think so.
Ace MMA in in Orlando, and he also he works a lot with the jungle also, or previously something.
Hmm.
He
Hmm.
has a few schools. Former world champion. And I'm in the gi. I'm a blue belt at the time. And I go, Thiago, I want you to hurt me. I want to feel the real Thiago because he's such a nice guy. Carlo, what's up? You the man. What up, bro? Like real
Yeah.
chill Brazilian.
Yeah.
Really chill Brazilian. Porra! Porra! Caralho! And then I go and I don't know what was up. It wasn't even like a challenge or nothing like that. I was getting
Hmm.
ready for a competition. I was getting ready for fight to win. Um, and then I'm like, Thiago, I want you to put it on me. And he goes, but
That's what
Carlos,
she
why
said.
would you? That's and then he goes, Carlos, why would you want to do that? And I said, Thiago, I just need to feel all of
Yeah.
you. No, no homo. And he goes, okay. We slapped and bumped. I'm standing and he's sitting. He started in guard.
Hmm.
And bro, when I say I've never, his fist, when it grabbed my lapel, when he curved his wrist, I felt my whole spine curve with it.
Oh shit. Yeah.
it was like he knew every single technicality when it came to how to grip, that I just looked at my life flash between my eyes.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
was calling him Papi. Yo, no bullshit. I was like, Papi, stop. Like, what did I do to you? And it's like, no, Papi, you
Uh,
asked for it. You asked for it.
yeah, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
different time. It's a different type of suck. And I think that's what we strive for in jiu-jitsu in general. Because it's, even if you can't do it, we need to know how to survive it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that reminds me of like one of my no-gi professors. His name is John Ashton, and he is the leg lock guru. This month, he's a cop, fucking bad motherfucker. Um, you give him, you can't, like, you just have to hide your ankle, because
Yeah.
he heel hooked me one day 6 months ago, and I still feel it.
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate
yeah,
those. I
yeah,
hate those so
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I
But it's just, oh, I can't even describe the amount of knowledge and technicality that this guy has. It is just so precise, um, that you have milliseconds to react, or you're
Oh,
gonna
is
get
it tap or snap?
tapped off.
Yeah,
Yeah,
tap or
yeah,
snap.
yeah, yeah,
Tap
yeah.
or snap. So
I
you
wouldn't
know
be
what? Just
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he knows how to put you to sleep with a leg lock.
yeah. That's a good one. um, so before I ask you the low of jiu-jitsu,
Hmm.
I need to shout out Noel. All right.
Oh yeah.
So
Homie.
Noel, mad cool dude. I believe now he's the no-gi instructor
Yep.
for Fabine's in Lake Nona, is it?
Yep. Lake Nona.
Lake Nona, Fabian Rosas, a beautiful facility. That's what I
Yep.
heard is a beautiful facility.
Yep.
I have yet to get there because I'm so north that I was like, I don't want to drive an hour and change to go there. But I will. And me and Noel go way back. So those Sunday open mats that I spoke about, that whole, it's
Hmm.
like everybody comes together. Man, me and Noel had so many battles on Sundays, and we were only do leg locks. And
Hmm.
at the time, I was 300, I was like 270 pounds, 275 pounds. So Noel is way smaller than me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So all my leg locks, I would be able to like put all my weight like on his
Into
leg.
yeah.
So now it's locked in place. And all I need is 2 inches, and
That's what
it's
she
coming.
said.
It's coming. Yeah, at least I found somebody who's like me. Like that,
Bro,
I'm the
it's
king of
jujitsu,
fuck.
dog. It's jujitsu, bro. It's We're all the same, except for those real stuck up guys.
Yeah, yeah.
But
There's some.
yeah.
There. Have you ever experienced a weirdo in jujitsu?
Oh, do I have a story for you? Oh man.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Which one am I going to tell you about? I'll tell you about Tom. Okay, so this white belts. Uh, was I blue belt at this time, or was I a white belt? I can't remember. I think I was just before getting promoted or just after getting promoted. But this guy, he owns a like rehab facility, I guess. And older guy, bald, short, little man syndrome for sure. And coach puts me with him, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. I don't know this guy from Adam, so like I'm just like, whatever, just another partner. And we start going over technique, and he's just sitting there talking shit. And it's just like, oh, this shit's not going to work in a street fight. This is bullshit. Why do you have to go through every step? And he's like, there's too many steps. It's taking too long. It's da 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 da. I'm just sitting there. I'm like, whoa, dude, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? And he's like, oh, I'm just, and he was going like he was like ripping the shit on technique, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm like, hey man, can you like chill out for a second? We're just doing technique. You don't need
Yeah,
to
we're
rip the submission.
practicing.
Yeah, I'm like, and I'm like, I asked him like twice, and he's like, oh, yeah, whatever. This shit won't work. Street fights, Macho Man,
Oh
So just
yeah.
the cream rises to the top.
That's what she said.
But yeah, it is just not to me. Um, So I'm sitting here, I'm looking at my coach. I'm like, why the fuck did you put me with this guy? And coach is like, I'm sorry, big boy. I'm sorry. You know, my Brazilian accent needs work.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
So he keeps fucking ripping these submissions, and I'm starting to get mad. I'm like, all right, bet. So I'm gonna start ripping submissions like through the technique, and I'm
Hey,
just, I was being like gracious about it. I was slowly,
ripping.
but I was yeah, you know. So we finally, and by the end of technique, I'm sweating. I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta roll now. So coach is like, all right, go get your mouthpieces, get your water, whatever. And I walk in by my coach. I look at him. I said, I'm a fucking kill him. And he goes, kill him, big boy, kill him. And I'm like,
Say no
I just
more.
got the green light. I just got the green light. So slap bump, fucking balls to the wall, picks me up, slams me because like you know
Oh.
I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Oh no, actually backstep. He didn't slam me just yet. We had gotten into I had him in my guard or something, and he sits back on a straight ankle on me, and
Mm.
it's the worst straight ankle I've ever felt in my life. I look at him. I'm like, oh, we're doing that. And he goes, and he's like, I'm sitting there with the boot on. I'm like, bro, it ain't there, Poppy, you know. And I look at him. I said, is that what we're doing? I snatch his ankle up so fast, and I crank that shit. He's like, oh, drop. What the fuck? And I was like, he was like, that was real good. I'm like, uh-huh.
I know.
I know how to do it. I didn't do it like you did it. You did it wrong. So uh slap bump, we start scrambling again. Then he picks me up and slams me on the mat.
From guard or from a triangle?
Um, not from a triangle. Because if it was from a triangle, I would let go. My spine. I already have a fucked up spine. I'm not trying to do that. And this guy was wild. And like as I'm looking at, like I had him in guard, and I'm looking up at him, and he's like foaming at the mouth, literally
Oh.
like the spit has turned to foam, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure he was like coked out, like he was on cocaine. Um, and he slams me, and you know, this. I mean, it was a good slam. Like he put straight north, all the way up, boom, down, like we were in a street fight. But I know how to fall, so I slapped the mat, and was all good. Did nothing to me, and replaced my guard on him, and he's like, and I can't remember. I think I threw up a triangle or an arm bar, and he like throws me off of him and storms off the mat. I can't fucking do this. I'm gassed out. Blah 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 blah. Fuck this. And my coach is like, dude, I'm sitting there and I'm like, uh, okay. And because I wasn't getting mad, I was just like, okay, this guy's a fucking freak
Yeah,
show.
he's a loon.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
And
Sorry to say it
no,
in that way.
no, it's true. It's true. And the sad thing is, he owns a rehab facility. Like you're mentoring people out of addiction, but yet you're sitting here acting this way. I digress. Uh, so he's storming off the mat, and he gets in a screaming match with my professor, with Coach Alessandro. And I'm like, I'm
Oh,
sitting
you
there,
got balls.
I'm sitting there and I'm shaking my head like this.
You
I'm
got
like, fuck.
balls. Absolute
And
balls.
yeah. And he turns to me and says, what the fuck are you shaking your head at, tough guy? Blah, 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 blah. Meet me. I'll be waiting for you outside. Black Ram truck. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, you're threatening me to beat me up outside of the gym. Okay. Because we're not doing jujitsu in the parking lot, dog. I'm just gonna pull
Right.
my pistol
Yeah, I
out.
was just
Like
about to say that. Yeah,
you're
you just
threatening my
walk
life? All
into
right,
a
bet.
fucking what
Like,
the fuck?
okay. Obviously, if my life was in danger, I would defend it with my gun. But obviously, if not, I'm, you know,
Right.
I'm
Right.
there's legalities to it, obviously.
Yeah.
But no, like I'm like, okay, you're threatening me bodily harm. Great, you're a real tough guy. And I just sat there because I wasn't shaking my head because of him. I was shaking my head because I had just lost out on my training. I didn't want to sit out that match, and now I have to sit out because tough guys too. He blew his load, right?
Yeah.
Figuratively speaking, and I guess
Adrenaline
literally
dumped.
speaking, and adrenaline dumped, and now I have to suffer because your cardio is dog shit.
Yeah. Fucking A.
Cool. Yeah.
The tall tales of jujitsu. No, I've had some
Yeah.
weirdos. I've had some weirdos in my pass. My funniest one is actually he wasn't really a weirdo, but you ever met one of those guys that assumes that you're a white belt until they find out that you're not a white belt? So those are my favorite. Those are my absolute favorites. So I walk
I
into
don't think
this
I've gotten
gym.
that yet.
I went to a place in Chicago, and I was so I didn't tour with my band, but I was a consultant for medical
Hmm.
records. So I will travel all across the country teaching Epic. So I get a contract in Chicago. So I'm in Chicago for 6 months, and I go to this far place called like Geneva, Illinois, or whatever.
Hmm.
And there's only a few spots, you know what I mean, to train jujitsu. So I saw a family jujitsu spot. They said they're family orientated, family owned, family ran. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like, so everybody should be cool. Everybody should be popping. And I
Hmm.
just wanted to train. I didn't try to kill. I was still getting back into jujitsu at the time. I was still really heavy. I was probably 300 pounds at the time. So I'm like really slowly getting back into it. And so I go to the spot and I meet their purple belt.
Hmm.
So at the time I'm a blue belt. So but I wasn't gi, it was no gi. So you already know with the rank rash guards, you'd never
Yeah.
assume the color of the rash guard is their rank. I would say that.
Hmm.
So I was wearing a black rash guard. So I'm definitely not a black belt being 300 pounds. I'm just saying.
Hey, I mean, it's not impossible, but
It's not impossible,
yeah.
but it's highly unlikely. Highly unlikely. So I go into we slap and bump, and I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm one of those guys that if I go to a gym that I don't know people, I'm not ripping shit. I'm not
Hmm.
trying to sub you embarrassingly. I'll get you really in a bad position. And if I do get a submission, I'm really, really, really slow with it to the point where
Hmm.
it's like, hey, I got it. We can stay here for a little bit, but I am gonna start closing it up little by little.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So we start rolling. He on kind of like a Terriando pass, like a knee slice. Like
Yep.
he
Yep.
kind of
Yep.
like knee slide, a leg drag. He kind of leg
Yep.
drags me, goes into like a knee slice, goes to my side control. So that's my bread and butter, bottom side control. I love working from bottom side control. So
New
I
10th
take,
Planet, guys.
yeah, so I take my time, I get my frames, I get my outside butterfly on his inside leg. And he's
Okay.
like, why are you getting your butterfly guard when you're in half guard? Like, I have you here. Like he's looking at me like, you're a fucking idiot. Like, what are you
Hmm.
doing? Like, you're not going to do anything with it. So then he gets a little bit more on his knees. Like, so
Elevates.
he's
Yeah.
gonna try to push into me. So he gets more into the knees, and that's when I shift my weight and I butterfly sweep him from bottom side control. I butterfly sweep him.
That's
With it,
embarrassing.
it was a sick sweep. I'm talking about it came
Yeah.
out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and I got him so off guard that his arm was already out. So I just snagged it, grabbed my rear naked choke grip, and
Hugged it.
I
Yeah.
I grabbed it. I didn't even fall back. I just held it and I slowly went backwards. I gave him time to like kind of maybe try to
Yeah.
move out of it because if you move out of
Hmm.
it, cool. Like I want to keep going. I don't want to stop it. Get out of it. It's cool. It's fine. But no, he just kept letting it extend. And I'm
Hmm.
like, you're not even gonna try to get out of it? And then he starts coaching me through it.
Oh.
So I'm like, so I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem. I got it. So I'm just extending, and finally my back is completely to the
Touches the
floor.
mat. Yeah.
My back is on the floor, but I'm not cranking with my hips. I just have it. Yeah,
Hmm.
you have to use your hips. I'm like, I know. And then I switch my leg, my inside position leg of the
Hmm.
armbar. I put it with the one next to his head. So then he thought that was gonna, oh, it's my chance to get out. No, motherfucker, I just put you in a triangle. So I just grab his head down, and now he's in a triangle, and that's the one I'm like, okay,
Yeah. So
now
like an inverted triangle, kind of, or reverse triangle.
reverse triangle, almost like a
Yeah. Yeah.
reverse
Yeah.
triangle.
Yeah. Yeah.
I put him into that, and now I'm squeezing slowly. But now I'm like, okay, I'm gonna hip in because I don't want him to coach me through this. I'm gonna, you know what I mean? If you don't want
Yeah.
somebody, FYI, whoever watches this, if you don't want someone to coach you through a submission, hit the fucking submission so they
Mm-hmm.
don't have anything to talk about.
And also,
So
don't coach someone through their
don't
submission
coach someone through
unless
the
they're a white
submission
belt, and you
unless they're a
know it.
white belt because I do that to my white belts. I do that to
Yeah.
my white belts. Um, and I got the triangle, and that one I synced it in slowly, but when I put the pressure of pulling the head down, I did lift my hips just
Mm-hmm.
to get it done. He taps
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "You're not a white belt," and I'm like, "No. Why would you assume I'm a white belt?" And he was like, "Oh no, I just assume you're 5'6" and like 300 pounds, that you're a white belt." And I was like, "No, no,
I'm an asshole, so I assumed you're a white belt.
yeah. So I was like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not a white belt. I've been training for a long time. I travel, so I don't get rank in jiu-jitsu, but I've been doing this for a while."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, okay. So now he turns it up the notch.
Mm-hmm.
So then I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going at your speed, puppy. I'm
I
going at your
I bitch bet.
I'm going at your speed. So now he
Yeah.
does the same pass, but now I'm using my frames and now I arm drag him. Now I'm on his back. And the same
Mm-hmm.
thing happens, but this time I'm like, I already know how you are. I'm going to sink it in and I'm going to finish it so you don't coach me through it. Boom, boom, boom. Yo, end of everything that happens. And he was like, your jiu-jitsu is really good. And I was like, hey, man, I appreciate it. Thank you for the rolls. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, so when is your advanced class? I'm gonna be in the
Yeah.
area for the next like 2 weeks. So when is the next advanced class? Oh, we don't have advanced classes here. We only have fundamentals. So I was like, okay, I could do the fundamentals then. You know what I mean? That's fine. Just give me a price for the next 2 weeks. I'll do your fundamentals. That's fine. Yeah, yeah. We do. You have to go online and you have to book it. You have to book it online. So I was like, okay, cool, no problem. Sounds good.
Okay.
So I go to my hotel room. So I go to their website. I go to book a class. That shit don't work. Like it doesn't work at all.
He
So I
knew. He
call,
didn't.
yeah.
He didn't want you coming back.
So I called the school. Hey, I've been trying. Hey, this is Carlos. I was just there yesterday. I want to sign up for some fundamentals, but the website is down. Oh well, unless did you try a different browser? Because that's the only way you can participate in our class is if you. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
You're letting me go without letting me go. But I wasn't
Yeah.
even a dick. I wasn't being a dick at the time, but
You tapped the purple belt son. He was crying to the my charger.
oh my God, I didn't
He
even
cried
think
to his.
about that. I didn't even think about what if
Yeah.
that was the fucking son of the professor and
You
I
you
rolled them up.
you heard his feelings, Carlos. Come on, man.
Oh
Thought
shit.
you
Yeah, now that
you
you
were
say that,
respectful.
you know what? That's a possibility. All right, so I know we went off on a tangent. What's your low in jiu-jitsu? What's the lowest point of your jiu-jitsu career?
Oh fuck. Every day, man. It's
Ah,
I'm I'm my own worst enemy. It's like I get like I got subbed by a white belt tonight. You know, he's a buddy of mine. He's strong. He's good. I was dog shit tired. I'm gonna throw out all the excuses because I can. Um, no, he's getting good. He's getting good. He's the same size as me, height wise and weight wise. So I have problems with like people my size. I don't know why.
you don't train with
But
them often.
yeah, because I have a lot of smaller people. I'm usually the
Yeah,
biggest person height
exactly.
wise. So um, except for like I'll roll with our purple belt Marlin. He's like a ballerina that he's a murder ballerina is what he is.
I
He's
like
like
that.
he's 260 but moves like a
Like a little
feather.
guy. Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. So he and I have great rolls. So it's either I'm rolling with dudes that got 90 pounds on me or I'm rolling with dudes that are tinier than me. So
Pick your
however, like if
poison.
people,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, I prefer the bigger guy rolls because it should translate to people my size, but I don't know. I suck. So.
Yeah, so my weight class is basically almost your weight class. So everybody's about 6'3", 6'4". I am 5'6" with no shoes on. So I'm constantly going against long and sleeky guys like you.
Mm-hmm.
And I gotta, and more times than likely, I'm more used to rolling with guys like you than the
Mm-hmm.
bigger guys like me, the short stocky ones, because
Mm-hmm.
usually the short stocky ones, they're already getting submitted early in the rounds in tournaments. So it's always
Yeah.
me versus the long lanky guy. But what I am noticing is that it's a little bit harder for you guys since I have smaller limbs. They're not
Mm-hmm.
that wide. You have so much legs and I have so little arms that it's harder to like really get in deep on certain
Mm-hmm.
shit with me.
Mm-hmm.
And my legs are a lot stronger because it's been holding 300 fucking pounds for like 20 years.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
That's the way I
Look,
am. Like I got strong legs. Like triangles are my bread and butter.
no, but that's cool. Like, and it's not
Yeah.
too bad of a low in jujitsu. It's a normal low in jujitsu,
Yeah. I
and I
mean,
like that.
I don't know. I, I guess you know what. You know what? I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna get real philosophical on this bitch.
Do
My
it.
my my low in jujitsu is giving up at 16 years old.
Okay, I like that.
Because
I
because
like
right,
that.
if I stuck at it the way I train now, I'd be a fucking black belt.
I like that.
I
Yep.
would have been a black belt fucking 4 years ago,
Yep.
and I would be a monster right now. I would have like
I say the same thing,
yeah,
bro.
yeah.
I say
I
the
get
same thing.
I sit there and I look at these kids in the kids class. I'm like, don't fucking quit because the potential is so great at that age. These kids doing all these flying fucking arm bars and crazy shit. I'm like, I can barely move,
Dude, like
you know.
I quit jujitsu for 3.5 years, almost 4 years before getting back into it.
Hmm.
Um, And I say the same thing, man. If I had those 3 years under my belt, I would 100% be a black belt at this present moment in time. But it is what it is. You know what though? All that experience, all of that getting off of it, it just made me realize how much
Hmm.
I did need jujitsu in my life to keep me humble, to keep me active, to keep me moving in the right direction. I needed to lose. You know what I mean? It's hard to get used to
Yeah.
losing. And that's what
Yeah,
jujitsu
and I
does.
think I think that's a part of why I don't want to compete again is because I hate losing. But you know, I need it, right?
I'm competing
Why is my
December
charger not
2nd.
working?
Oh, do you think?
December 2nd? Yeah, sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
December
listening.
2nd. Yeah, I'm doing Jiu-Jitsu World League Worlds.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna get in and see what just go in with a open spirit and see
Hmm.
what shit I can cause.
What shit you can stir up?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Like, can I? You know what it is? I'm the shortest guy, I'm the stockiest guy, and usually that's the ones that, more than likely aren't gonna go far. You know what I mean? And I want to
Oh,
be the guy that they go, I didn't expect that from you.
yeah, yeah.
When I Imanari roll you, then you're like, oh,
Oh shit.
you're in this shit. Okay.
Yeah.
You know
He's a
what?
roly poly oly.
Oh shit. Shout out to my homie Javier. So he went to ADCC Open,
Hmm.
our white belt. He just got promoted to blue belt this Saturday.
Hmm.
He went to the ADCC Open. He got 3 heel hooks and a triangle from guard. Took third in the ADCC Open, right?
Damn. Good for
Yeah, yeah,
him.
which is super, yeah, it's super accomplishment, like he doesn't understand the
What he
the
just did.
value of, like,
Yeah.
he doesn't know what ADCC Open really means in the eyes of grapplers.
Yeah.
Um so he gets the subs, whatever. So the proud moment I have when I know he's competing, but I'm doing other shit. So Felix is coaching him, and Felix sends the video,
Hmm.
and he Imanari rolls into the legs, gets an inside heel hook. And I'm like, Oh my God. I think he got that from me. I think he got that from me because
I taught him that. I taught him that.
because in
Yeah.
Kojito, like a few people do the Imanari, but I do it on a consistent basis. Like
Hmm.
if we're rolling, I'm gonna pull it off. I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it whether it works or not. I'm still gonna try it.
Please tell me more of your game so I can
Oh no,
study.
I want you to stop it because it's fun after. You know what I mean? Like you know, um, and then now he didn't just do it once though. He
Hmm.
did it fucking twice in the
You said his
same
name was
tournament.
Javier.
Yeah.
Shout out Javier, man.
Little Javi,
That's
bro.
yeah.
Shout out to little
That's
Javi.
insane.
And representing for the school. So our school is it's a smaller name school. It's
Hmm.
not a big name facility, but we're known to have strong grapplers. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like we have really strong grapplers, but we all compete at different times. We're never in a thing. But besides the point,
Right.
have you ever talked shit? Have you ever called somebody out on the mats and paid the ultimate price with an L?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll do it even better. Have you ever called someone out on the mats and you paid the
Lost?
ultimate and paid the ultimate price with an L? You were talking shit, you called somebody out and they got you.
No, I don't call people out. I know better. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Unless it's
realize.
someone like there's this girl's little brother that comes to our gym and he always calls me out. So I'll call him out and he's like a white belt. He's like 120 pounds soaking wet. He's like a little shit. He doesn't know what he's doing. And I fuck around. I'm like, yo, your sister's pretty cute, dog. And I'll just smash him. So it's a douchebag thing to do, but it's just out of fun. And
It's
he's
out of
he's
fun.
learning because well, all he does is talk shit to me. I'm gonna knock you out. I'm gonna blah 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 blah. Right? He's
How old
15,
is he?
whatever.
50. Okay,
15.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm being like an older brother to him and putting the pressure on him. Um. So other than him, I don't really call people out unless it's like a homie. Be like, yo, let's roll or whatever. But I don't call people out.
Okay.
It's
All right. All right. I'll let that be. I'll let that be. I will let that be.
it's just you don't do that in jujitsu. It's that's how you get smashed, and I don't like getting smashed. So
Has your journey in jiu-jitsu have any effect, like the musical process of writing music, playing
mhm.
music on strings, do you feel like it helped you in jiu-jitsu at all?
um, I don't know, because I don't really equate the two, right? I have them separate. Like I love listening to music when I'm training, but I don't think my performance or playing can really translate to jujitsu. And maybe other people think that differently, but I've never really seen a correlation. Um, maybe uh, fuck, I don't know. Being more calm on stage or something. But
Okay.
I was
Hey,
playing. I was playing in a band on stage before I started training again.
you right.
So
So you're already
so it's like
you're
I already did that. You know.
Have
Yeah.
you ever on the road, have you ever done jiu-jitsu on the road?
No. I want to, but here's the problem with that. There's nowhere to do laundry. Um, we don't have a tour bus. We have a minivan that we fold the seats down and have a nice little cuddle puddle in the back.
Right.
My gi would be stinky as fuck. I wouldn't be able to wash it. We don't really have the time, as much as I would love to train on tour and train at these different places all over the US. I would love to, but I don't think my band is at a position yet where we have
Yet.
those where we have those amenities where we can go to like a hotel and have our laundry done and be
Yeah.
pampered and
Yeah.
this, that, and
Yeah.
the other thing.
Yeah.
We're still grinding through the hood pretty much of touring, right?
Right.
So I would love to train on tour, but it's just
Tour
not been
best
able
tour
to.
food.
Oh fuck.
Best tour food.
Oh my goodness. Probably Bucky's, bro. The brisket at Bucky's.
Bucky's. I'm gonna write that
Bucky's
down
is
because
like, you know what Bucky's is?
no, because we don't have those in New York.
It's like a giant gas station that is like a superstore that is like a tourist trap, and it has like 150 gas pumps. It's like a utopia. Um,
Jesus.
yeah, look one up, like Google one. They're massive. Um, but like I don't know, tour food. I guess tacos in Texas,
Okay.
barbecue in Texas. Um, we had Philly cheesesteaks in Philly. They were pretty good. I wasn't really
From
impressed
where?
by them, but
From where?
I don't
That's
know the
where.
name of the place.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
that's what it is. If you go to Philly, so I worked in Philly for a year and a half. It
Mm-hmm.
depends where.
Mm-hmm.
So the ones that will shock you, I call it is three spots. I hope I could remember one of them, but it's Tony Luke's, Ishkabibbles. Yeah, that's the name of it. Ishkabibbles. And I think it's Johnny's Jones starts with a J. But
Mm-hmm.
those spots, bro, dumb shits is fire.
Yeah.
Fire, fire.
I think
What
the Philly cheesesteak I had like fried like onion rings on it. It was like the barbecue version. That shit smacked.
mm, that
It was
sounds
really
actually
good.
really
It
sounds
was
did
really good.
did you ever play a show in New York?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We gotta make that happen. We have to make
Yeah.
that happen.
Hell yeah.
The New York hardcore scene is pretty good. Um, that I will say, the hardcore scene in New York is so much bigger than any other scene. Well, any other genre of music, metal wise, in New York. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people will come to a metalcore show, but they don't dance like in hardcore shows.
They don't
Like
throw down. They don't
they
throw
don't throw
down,
down.
bro.
They throw down at hardcore shows. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
you can go to
We
After the Burial, you'll get decent
push moshers.
dancer. Yeah, you'll get decent ones. But when it comes to hardcore shows, oh bro, like they fucking go
Yeah.
ham. Ham. I think
Dude,
that's what deterred me.
we want cartwheels. We want spin kicks. We want crowd killing. Beat the shit out of your neighbor. We don't give a fuck. Just do it. Throw down.
Best crowd experience.
Um, so this actually happened when we were playing with Salt Wound from California. Love them. Shout out Salt Wound. Shout out Spencer. Shout out all the boys in Salt Wound and girl. Love them. Absolute angels. Um, we played in Orlando at the Conduit, which was the Haven. Used to be the
Oh, the
Haven.
Haven. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we had we played we played Wall of Wax. Right, this is the first show we played since it blew up, and it was the first time that we had people chanting our lyrics, and we could hear it. Like
Oh,
it was that when you're at a show and they're like chanting your lyrics back at you, and because I used to go to shows, so I was in that position. I did that, and now people are doing it for me, and it really set it in stone. It like, wow, I'm really living my 15-year-old like fantasy of being in a band and like touring and the rock star
yeah,
lifestyle,
yeah.
and hearing those people chant "Skin Deep," and I cried on stage. Like I turned around and like faced my amp, and I was like, you know, but
That's the
I
ultimate. Like
shed a
that's what
tear.
I
I was
want.
like, yeah, I was like, wow,
That's what I was chasing. So when I got into
yeah,
music, so, so I won a contest, a Linkin Park
mm-hmm,
contest. Okay. So when Linkin Park dropped Meteora and they
mm-hmm,
no, it was Minutes to Midnight and they completely like went on a hiatus. Like they didn't release an album in like 3 years after Minutes to Midnight. And they came back with The Catalyst. So I hosted their Fuse comeback. So I was the
mm-hmm.
host and I hosted a 4 video series on Fuse TV on their comeback. And I wasn't doing music at the time. I never even thought of doing it. I was just singing Linkin Park songs, maybe Slipknot,
Mm-hmm.
Korn, and Bless the Fall. Those were like the five main bands I was
Yeah.
listening to, like so all over the place. But I went to this show and I got to meet the band and it was such a fucking good time.
And I'm
And then
assuming this is when Chester was still
yeah, yeah,
with us.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
that's
yeah.
sick.
Oh yeah. Um
Wow.
and it's on Fuse. You can actually see the video series. It's a super sick series. Um so then after that I'm like, man, like what would be cool if I can actually do some music. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm-hmm.
want to experience this. I think I have something to say.
Right.
Every kid, everybody has something to say. Um so I meet this band called Mozart Season from Sacramento, California. And
Mozart season.
yeah, Mozart Season from
Odd name.
Sacramento, California. Oh, but they're so good. Post hardcore. They're friends with
Right.
Dance Gavin Dance at the time.
Oh
Like they're
shit.
from
Yeah. Yeah.
Sacramento area. Um, but they're heavy, but then they have some singing parts. So it's like right in that emo, like I'm like in an emo phase. So I'm like, oh, this fucking rocks. You know what I mean? Like this is what it's at.
Mm-hmm.
They come to New York. I used to play Call of Duty with them. So they finally get signed to a label and they do a US
Mm-hmm.
tour. And they come to New York. They come to New York. We watch the show. They come to my crib and now we're hanging out at my house, just drinking and I'm not gonna say what else. Um,
Hey, you know, to
we're
each their own.
partying. We're partying.
Yeah.
We're partying.
Enjoying the time.
Enjoying the time. But
Rockstar lifestyle.
not all the way. Not all the way. Because at the end of the day, there's a line I would never cross and I never crossed it. You know what I
Of
mean?
course.
I gotta keep it. I got money to
For
make.
the record.
Um, for the record. Um, and when I met them, I made a cover of their song, and
Mm-hmm.
the singer was like, "Man, if you really put in the time, you'll be able to do it, but it takes a lot of practice." And dog, from
Yeah.
that day on, I was chasing the dream. I was chasing, and then I met the band As Beings, and they're fucking awesome. You heard that track? I sent you that
Yeah.
one track,
Yeah.
and like it's my best work because the band was actually really good. They were
Yeah.
really good,
Yeah.
and now they're
Your
touring, and
vocals were
now
sick, man. Yeah, dude.
I appreciate that.
You got the gutturals for sure.
I appreciate that. And
Yeah.
like they're touring now, they're doing music videos, they're killing it right now. And a little bit inside my heart, it's like, man, I wish that was me because
Mm-hmm.
that's what we were thriving for 2 years, trying to get on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We
Yeah.
just wanted to get on stage. We wanted to do music, but just didn't pan out. But I've been trying to I just want to fucking rip fucking faces off. And at least I know I can live my dream my
Other.
f-
Yeah. Yeah.
through
Yeah.
others. Just hearing your experience, you hear someone finally chant your song. Fuck, that brings tears to my eyes because that's what I was looking
Yeah.
for. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that's so
The
sick. And I'm
15-year-old in me is screaming.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, and it's awesome just to even I'm able to have a fucking conversation about music and jujitsu. Like
Dude,
how cool is this for me? I'm sorry, it's fucking cool.
bro, backstep. You think this is, bro? I had a random dude hit me up on Instagram and be like, "Hey, you want to talk about your jiu-jitsu journey? Fuck yeah. You want to talk about metal? Yeah." like like you're the one who reached out to me, bro. I'm like, I've never I'm at first I thought you were a fake account. And then I was like, oh, this is just some spam. And then I actually read the message. I was like, oh wait. And I looked, I was like 10p. I was like 10th planet. And I looked at your account. I'm like, oh, he's a real person. All right. And I was like, dude, yeah, fuck yeah. Let's link up.
Oh,
100%.
shout out to Micah, Instagram bro chillin. So he's the one. So
Yeah. How does he know me?
he's a fan. He's a fan of the music, and two, I believe he's trained with you somewhere, or he's known that you've trained somewhere someone that he knows. So we were so
Yeah.
I have
I looked at his account and I was like, I don't think I know him. Or I'm
Okay.
just an asshole and don't remember.
Or he probably knows someone that you've trained. So the
Mm-hmm.
question I was like, he was like, "What do you want, Carlos? Like, what are you trying to do with the podcast?" And I was like, "Bro, I want to talk about jujitsu and metal. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's my dream. Like if I
Mm-hmm.
could make a living off of this shit, I'm gonna do it forever." And he was like, "So what bands?" And I was like, "Dog, like I don't care. Like I don't care what genre of metal it is. I want to talk to musicians and I want to talk about their jujitsu journey." And he was like, "Bro, I got the perfect person. I heard that this dude, Dane, trains jujitsu."
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it happened. So I was like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
all right, I'm gonna hit him fucking up."
Well, it's funny too, is because like whenever we play a show, I'm wearing my school shirt, like a jujitsu shirt. I have my new breed shirt. It's like jujitsu, jujitsu, jujitsu. Yeah. So everyone, it's on stage. I'm like, oh, and there was this meme. Oh, what was it? It was like, like how there's like it's like that pathway and it splits off to two, and there's like two, like a scary house and like a happy house. There's this metal meme where it was like it was two scary houses, and the paths went. It was like jujitsu guitarist or hardcore metal vocalist.
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Well, you know which one I took? Jujitsu
Yeah,
guitarist.
yeah. See, I suck at guitar, so it's
So do
like,
I.
oh, dude. But if you give me a fake guitar, it looks
Oh
like
yeah.
everybody acts everybody tell this is bad. Everybody tells me so every song that I hear and I know the guitar riffs, like I know how it
Mm-hmm.
goes. I can make it look like I know how to play this shit. Like I
Yeah.
know when the when I need to go really close and then when I need the
Yeah.
and you know what I mean?
Wait, move the
Just
mic. Do that again. Move the mic. Now get it. Get. Open your mouth.
oh, you fucking asshole. Yes. Yeah. You know
Hey, you
what?
tried to get me with the polishing glass.
Yeah,
All right.
I
Yeah.
did. I did. Touche.
Tit for tat.
Touche. Touche. Tip for tat. Tip for tat.
Uh,
But I play a mean air guitar.
Guitar. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You should see me
And
on the air drums, bro.
yeah.
And then, but if you actually had a real drum kit, it would sound like ass for me. Just
So you know now that I put it into perspective, this is actually really fucking cool. So far I've had you, heavy
mhm.
hitter. I've had Dominic from Affiance
Yeah, I saw that. Defiance
that
is
just
sick.
came out. Just
Yeah.
came out. They're awesome. I really dig their stuff. And yo, I
What's the album with the dude at the podium?
oh
Um,
the shit.
fuck.
Not the secrets review. Hold on, the
I
secrets
have a
was the
computer
one
right in front of me.
before.
What am I doing? I have a computer.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I can't
the campaign.
I
The
the
campaign.
campaign.
Yeah, that's what I was put onto by an old tattoo artist of mine. That's
And yo,
that.
their new stuff with Knight Rider. I peeped
Mm-hmm.
the whole album. Shit is fire. I'm not gonna front. Like I was like, usually people's second projects don't come. No, it's really good. It is really good. You definitely gotta peep it. It's really good.
Yeah, I will.
So I've had Dom and I've had Christian from Currents.
Currents. Yeah, I saw that. Currents, dude. Their new drop with what is it? Let's see. I forget the name of it.
Their new
Yeah.
drop. They dropped as what we
The,
seek. Um Remember Me?
no, 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 no. The Death We Seek.
The Death We Seek. Yeah.
Yeah, that dude. That album is
Super hard. Super hard.
mash.
Super hard.
Yeah,
That's my shit right now. Remember me?
yeah,
Remember
yeah,
me? Remember me for a
yeah,
moment? Oh my god, yo, just how they can
yeah.
mix it. Oh my god, like they're killing. What are your bands right now? What are you jamming right now? Oh, you cut out. I can't hear anything.
Oh,
There we go.
sorry. It's these fucking. Yeah, Remember Me is on their new The Death We Seek.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know. Oh
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, I
yeah.
know.
Okay. Okay. What are we doing? Like a top five for me or
Yeah,
something?
let's go top five of what you jamming right now.
Uh, Extortionists.
Extortionist.
Yeah. Salt Wound. Shout out them homies. Impending Doom, 100%. Their bass player and guitarist trained jiu-jitsu as well at Crazy
who?
Maita.
Who?
Their bass player, David Siddig, and their guitarist, I don't know his name off the top of my head. I think it's Manny. Train at Crazy Maita.
You might have to try to hook that up, man.
I don't know them personally.
Okay. I'll reach out. I'll reach out.
Dude, if I knew Impending Doom personally, I would fucking shit my pants. They're like one of my, because I'm a Christian too, so this is literally Impending Doom's logo.
Okay.
Yeah, so like all about that Christ core, baby.
I hear you. Represent.
So that's 3.
That's 3.
Impending Doom, Extortionist.
What was that second one? Salt
Wound. Yeah.
Salt Wound.
Just ass beaters, bro. Such a good band. And actually, you know what? Scratch that. Second favorite stage moment was when the vocalist of Salt Wounds came on and did guest vocals for Wall of Wax. Yeah. That was amazing.
Any collabs, like, you know, like one thing I always said. Left to Suffer? Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was the one who featured on Wall of Wax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're fucking.
I don't really. I love them. We've played with them a bunch. Taylor's my boy. I don't jam them too much. I do listen to them a lot, but not. I wouldn't put them in my top 5. Just because. I don't know. It's.
Well, you're not jamming them, so they can't be in your top 5 if you're not jamming them on a constant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're in my playlists, but.
Right.
You know, Silent Planet, 100% one of my top 5s. 100%. I'm good friends with Garrett from Silent Planet. Love him. I've seen them over 10 times live before I was in the band.
Yeah. Silent Planet's beast.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely insane.
I fucking love oh my god.
Charger not working. I gotta find a different spot for you. 1 second. Continue though.
Yeah, no, do your thing. And I can't, and it's on the tip of my tongue. He's doing YouTube now, and he's killing it. Oh my god. The black dude.
Damn, dog, that's racist.
No, it's not. He's black.
I'm kidding.
Shit, I can't. Yo, I can't use my phone because I'm using it as a webcam. So it is what it is. Whatever. But they're I can't remember the band. He's done he's one of the best metal vocalists. Like everybody says, he's one of the best metal vocalists, almost not ever, but in the genre of like deathcore. No, not Howard Jones. No, deathcore.
The guy from Oceano.
Yeah. Yes. I can't believe it was on the tip of my tongue and I just couldn't. Yo, that dude smacks. It's just,
I forget his name.
Oh my god. I follow him and everything. He smacks so hard. I wished he did jiu-jitsu so I could be like, yo, get on my fucking pod, 100%, bro.
100%.
I'm trying to reach out to Matt Heafy, but he's so busy. So.
Oh my god, I bet.
So busy. It's Trivium. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, he's famous.
Let's
just be real. He's famous.
So, all right, Silent Planet, Impending Doom, Salt Wound, Extortionist.
I got one
last
more,
one.
Right?
Last one.
Damn, bro. I listen to a lot of bands. This is the worst question for a metalhead too, man. It's like, what's your favorite song? It's like, bitch, all of them.
Bullshit. No, see, I'm already prepared, Bob. Like I have a daily playlist that I have to listen to these specific songs, and then I can listen to new shit.
I'm pulling up my Spotify because you know what? I just
You
listen
know,
to so much shit that it's
you know who I've been rocking to lately?
mm,
Ocean's 8 Alaska. I just love how
really
what they do.
their
I
drummer is insane.
I just love the way they put music together, and literally just they just know how to musically put everything in without cluttering it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Ocean's 8 Alaska. They're they're fucking awesome. But of course
Oh,
my
you
New
know what?
York
You know what? I'm gonna go with um. Oh fuck. Okay, Varials. Yeah,
very
Varials
okay,
for sure.
okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that their bass
That's a good
tone is
choice.
just
Yeah,
disgusting.
that's a
Um,
good choice. That's a good choice.
honorable mentions Gideon.
Giddy. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Falsifier, obviously. Honorable mention. Shout out my boys Wilt Wither, Phineas, Cultists, Earth Groans.
What you think about a mirror?
Oh fuck God. I think it's fucking stupid, honestly.
Really?
Say,
Oh
like say in the same.
man.
But here's the thing: in the same way that I think Attila is stupid, is the way I think about Amur. But Amur, in my opinion, is better than Attila.
Oh yeah, 110%.
Yeah,
110%. I
yeah.
gotta shout out my man Josh Travis because he
Oh,
definitely put a
100%.
twist.
Glass
He
Cloud.
definitely put a twist on that. Oh, dude. So Glass Cloud was the first band to allow me on stage to do backup vocals.
That's sick.
Oh,
That's sick.
dog, that if he dies, he dies will forever be my top experience in a at a live show. Mark, my word. Oh my god, dog. I ripped that shit. I ripped that shit. Um, so what are you fucks with After the Burial?
Course, bro. Fucking Lost in the Static. Are you kidding me? Lost in the Static. Mm.
Mine is
Oh,
Wolf Amongst Ravens, man. Forever. We are lost. We are polluted.
you know what? It's not too heavy, but I'm a huge fan of Demon Hunter.
Oh, that's a good. They were on Equal Records. So I used to work for Equal Records as their street team member. And uh uh say the name again. Was it Demon Hunter
Demon Hunter. Yeah, yeah.
or was it Deer Hunter? I know
No, Demon
there's a
Hunter.
few hunter. No, there's a few hunters out there. I'm trying to make sure that there were the ones on Equal Vision. But there's only like 5 bands in Equal Vision that I like really
Mm.
fucked with, you know. One of them is elitist, and
Hmm.
rest in peace elitist. You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
one of those bands that's like, man, they were so good at their time and just never continued. But Chiodos.
It's man. It's tough. It's tough. The music industry is tough, especially if you don't sell your soul.
And that's what. So are you guys on a label at the moment, or you
No,
guys are
independent.
completely independent? See, that's awesome. So at least the revenue that comes in is literally
Going
revenue
to
for the
us.
band.
Yeah.
It's literally revenue to the band. And I feel like the genre of metal with artists completely fucks the artist. And yeah, here's why. So when you talk about hip hop, mostly hip hop are solo acts. Almost
Yep.
everybody's a solo act. When you do have a group, it's literally four or less, 4 people or
Mm.
less. But there's so much money getting pumped in hip hop that when it comes to the metal scene, having 5 band members
Yeah. Kills
making
it.
making hopefully I know, of course, you guys are way bigger than any of the local bands that I've spoken to in the past or whatever. But I know at my time doing local shows, people were probably getting maybe 150 $200 to split between
Yeah.
5 people
I mean, that's pretty much
per
what we make
show
right now.
per
You know.
show you
Yeah.
know
Per show.
per show. And
And we just throw it in a band fund, so we don't even
yeah,
split it. We just use it for other
food.
band shit.
If we really need to take a shower, yo, where we put it, let's just do a motel so we can
Where's
shower.
the nearest pilot?
Yeah, fuck, yo, dog, like,
Nearest truck stop.
fuck that. Yeah, let's go to the truck stop, bro. Let's just fucking use their shit, and we're out.
We actually go to Planet Fitnesses. and we have the black card. So we only have 4 members. So one of us brings another person in.
Yeah.
We go in the Planet Fitness, shower, and then sleep in the parking lot because it's 24 hours. So
Oh,
little
that's a
tour hack
nice
for
little,
you.
yeah, little tour
Yeah.
hack.
Yeah. And then
Oh,
Starbucks always has a clean bathroom. So if you got a shit, Starbucks is the place to go.
well, from New York, Starbucks are crap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in Manhattan, it's all, all the homeless are, you're not allowed
Makes
to
sense.
deny
Customers.
customers, yeah. So they'll be shooting up in the bathroom and the
Okay.
whole, yeah. So I've always hated Starbucks, but being in Florida, this shit is fire. So I go to Winn Dixie.
Yeah.
Like all of them are fucking
Damn, you
clean as
sound old as
fuck.
shit.
Why?
I go to Winn Dixie.
It's right around the corner from my house. I am old. I am old. I'm getting
What are
there.
you, fucking 32?
I wish.
Mm,
I'm about to be
38.
30. I'm about to be 37. I'm about to be
Okay, yeah.
37. You're close. You're close. The more weight I lose, the younger I look. So
That's
that's why,
fair.
and that's why
Fair.
I'm gonna continue. I gotta continue this vibe, bro. Like I'm really trying to kill it before I'm 40.
Jiu-jitsu spoiled me, man. It's like I train so much that I'm able to shed weight. So like I eat fucking cheesecake and I just eat like a garbage disposal. And sometimes it catches up with me and I'm like, look at my belly. I'm like, fuck, I gotta stop eating like shit.
I wish I drink a milkshake, my ass jiggles for a week. You know what I'm saying? Like me, like the way my body, the way my body works, dude. I could have a large soda, I will gain 2 pounds.
See, I don't drink soda. I can't. I can't.
Oh no, stop being a
Yeah.
bitch, okay? Like once
You
in
know
a
what?
blue, a nice Coke, a nice Pepsi, a nice Mountain Dew Code Red. Once in a
No,
blue,
no, it's the blue raspberry Mountain Dew, bro.
not bad. Oh no. If we're
Better
talking
than
about
Code Red.
no,
Way better than
if
Code
we're
Red.
doing Mountain Dew, it's Baja Blast.
Oh, duh, duh,
Okay.
100%. Okay,
Okay.
duh.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
fair enough. All right,
Fair
all right,
enough. Fair enough. We're
fair enough.
there.
Yeah,
We're there. We're there. I
yeah,
love how
coming.
this conversation is so random and I fucking love it.
Yeah,
It's like talking to like your best friend. You know what I mean? Like
dude, that is that's what I love about jujitsu too, man. Is it creates a brotherhood that is universal, right? You could
yeah,
go to any, for the most part,
for
you
the
could go
most
to
part.
any jujitsu gym and find just great people. And it's like all different walks of life, and you're all on the mat. You're all getting the shit smashed out of you. But you know what? When you're there, it's bliss, and you create brothers on that mat. And it's like the homies that I have from jujitsu, like they come into my bar, they're drinking for free. You know what I mean? Like
Mm.
like not the whole night,
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah,
I don't think
yeah, yeah, but a
yeah,
few.
especially because my drinks are fucking expensive, like $17 for an espresso martini. But
Oh, but it's a high end spot though.
exactly.
Exactly.
But
Exactly.
um, and it's for example, my business partner Tyler. We teach no gi together on Wednesdays. We train together. We shoot guns together. I was the best man at his wedding. He's my boy. And when he's bouncing and I'm bartending, I'm still keeping an eye out for him as he's bouncing because I don't want anything to happen to him.
Yeah. Got
You
each
know,
other's back. It's a brotherhood.
exactly.
And I said it to Dom, like when I found out he did jujitsu, this was before the podcast and everything, talking about years,
Hmm.
probably a year or two ago. And when we started talking about jujitsu, I was like, yo, no, that ass, like now that you've done jujitsu, you are now in a brotherhood because I know what you're going through, and now you can have me as a reference.
Yeah,
If you ever have any questions, comments, concerns, yo, hit me up, bro. Like, let's talk about it. Let's
yeah.
and you. I have to say this on the pod. And whoever watches this, I'm glad that you're here watching us with here at the Grande
And
Jiu-Jitsu podcast. But it's been a while since Dom got to train. And we spoke today, since the episode released today with Dominic. He went into the jujitsu gym and he touched the mats. And for me personally, where our conversation was heading and where he said that he's at right now with music, and music is his number one priority. That's his business. That's his income. but he was a little bit on the fence of coming back to like train consistently. But the fact that after our talk that he got back on the mats
Yeah.
completely makes me feel like wow, like I impacted one person. That's all I can ask for. That's
Yeah.
all I can ask
Yeah.
for.
And that's all it takes, man. That's all it takes.
Oh man, like it's definitely like this is becoming a super big blessing in general with this podcast because I'm trying to touch. I want everybody to hear what we go through on a constant basis,
Mm.
but also they get to see my other life, which is metal. You know what I mean? Anything metal is like my shit. You know what I
Hit it
mean?
with the
Like
Kodak.
yeah, yo, you hit me with a breakdown with a guttural right after, you know, like just listen to Will Ramos and just
Rock solid.
enjoy. Just
Do you like Signs of
enjoy.
the Swarm? You got a computer?
Yeah.
Look up Amongst the Low and Empty, the music video. Tell
Was
me
it
if you notice anything. Signs
sign
of the
of the
Swarm.
what?
Swarm.
Swarm.
Yeah.
Notice it. Okay. Oh shit. Please hold while your host of the Grindin Jiu Jitsu podcast searches something on the internet. Stay tuned. Signs of the Swarm.
Amongst the Low and Empty. One of their
Amongst the
more
low and
recent.
empty. Yeah,
One
I
of their
see
most
it.
yeah.
I don't want to get copyright fringed, so I'm gonna mute it.
Mute it. That's fine.
Yeah, so I'm gonna mute it. And I'm not sure if it even play the audio through. I mean, I guess it would be a good
Shit.
little
Oopsies.
try.
Sorry, I pulled out of the app by accident. Oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I accidentally popped out of the
All right,
thing.
I'm watching. I forgot I have it on my headphones.
How do I go back to our call?
On your teams, it should say on the very top. Um, it should say like join or open the
Okay, so
live.
going back to the email. There we go.
You back? All right.
All right. Yep, I'm back. Sorry
Okay,
about
I'm
that.
watching it. What?
You haven't figured it out yet?
No. I haven't figured it out yet. 7 months ago.
The hospital gown?
What happened?
The guy in the hospital gown?
Hold on. Oh shit. Now I'm looking for fucking Easter eggs?
Yeah, you're looking for Easter eggs. Do I gotta pull
Okay.
my hair down?
Oh shit. Yeah, that doesn't even fucking look at you at all. Now I see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, to be fair, I haven't shaved in a while, so
You look chubbier. I guess once you shave the facial hair,
yeah.
it makes you look a little bit chubbier because you did not look like that at all. Like I didn't even. I'm like, who the fuck is this Creed motherfucker? Yeah.
With arms wide
With
open.
arms wide open. You know what I mean? With the fucking crucifix and the tight black shirt. You know what I mean? Like, didn't even know. Yo, that's lit. That's lit. I'm gonna put that on the watch later because
Dude,
that
that song's
actually was
fire, bro.
beastie. Yeah, that shit was
There's some
beastie.
gutturals in the end, kind of like a Will Ramos thing.
That's beastie.
Yeah.
He's beastie. Oh, that's so percent. Yo, thank you so much for joining me, man. Like, do you
Thank you
want
so
to
much for
shout out
having me.
anything? Do you want to shout out anything
Um,
before we go?
I'll shout out my
Sponsors?
professors. I'll shout out Alessandro Girado of Indoor Martial Arts, Chris
Awesome.
West, John Ashton, Fabricio Barbarati. He's in Texas now at, I believe, the Grit Factory or something like that.
Okay.
He was our old no-gi professor. He actually does refereeing for IBJJF sometimes.
Nice.
Yeah, super insane black belt. Shout out Tyler, my business partner.
Awesome.
Um, Shout out Noel for bringing me over to
Shout out to
Ali's.
Noel
Yeah, and Micah
for
for
hooking us up, for
yeah,
letting me
yeah,
know that you train, which is sick.
yeah, for sure. Shout out C Tech. Um,
Shout
and
out heavy hitters.
hey, gang, shout out HeavyHitter.
Shout out heavy hitter. I will be at your next show if it's in Florida. I will definitely come and peep it.
For sure. I'll get you. I'll send
I'll
you the
def
link to our
I'll
next
definitely
local.
come down. I will 100% peep it. Even if I'll rent the hotel. I don't care. I love music, and especially people that I know I always support at the end of the
Gang
day.
shit.
You know what I mean?
Gang.
And
Yeah.
gang shit, metalheads all fucking day. Dane, it was an absolute by the way, congratulations. You are now officially the longest podcast on the
Hey,
Grinded Jiu-Jitsu
let's
podcast.
go. Let's
You know what
go.
I mean?
I
And
could, dude. I could sit here all night.
yo, and dude, I really appreciate your time and just the fact that we kicked it for almost 2 hours, dog. And
Oh,
just and people are gonna probably say, yo, this shit was so all over the place. We don't give a fuck.
good.
Come and listen to all of our shit. We have so much shit to say. Come on the jujitsu journey. I
Yeah.
mean, not even jujitsu, just come on the journey with us and look at all the
Yeah,
shit
man.
that we have to say in general. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love it.
Shout out to Ant versus Evil Design on Instagram. They hooked me up with the designs for our podcast flyers. Shout out to Pressure Pass Pressure Washing. They always hook me up with stuff to help this podcast as much as they can. They're awesome dudes. If you're in the Orlando area, hit them up on Instagram or Facebook. Pressure Pass Pressure Washing. Mention the pod, they'll hook it up. Shout out to Retro Grappler. Chris, awesome dude, helps out as much as he can. He's always out with good advice. So shout outs to him, and shout outs once again to Dane motherfucking Randall, guitarist of Heavy Hitter. Um, if you have an opportunity, check out Heavy Hitter on Instagram, Heavy Hitter Florida FL
Yep.
on Instagram for any tour dates. Yo, check them out whenever they're in town. Tell them the Grind and Jiu-Jitsu podcast sent you.
So sick,
That's
man.
Yeah, dog. It worked out. So I guess it's time for the outro, man. Yeah, episode 17 of the Grind and Jiu-Jitsu podcast is a wrap. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, share it. Tell somebody about this podcast. If they're a metalhead, they're definitely gonna dig this shit. If they do martial arts, they're definitely gonna dig this shit. And help a brother out, make this his dream come true. Thank you. Have a good night. And once again, continue grinding jujitsu. Oh, stay on the
Oh,
line. We are out in 5, 4, 3,